The seasoned Brexit supporter slammed the Prime Minister for allegedly failing to deliver on the divorce from the European Union Britons voter for. On Tuesday evening, it was announced Theresa May had secured a withdrawal agreement with Brussels after nearly 2 years of negotiations. The proposed deal could be rubber-stamped at an especially-convened summit with EU leaders later this month, but Mr Bone exploded at the Prime Minister insisting Britain should go for a no-deal rather than capitulating into an arrangement betraying the demands of Leave voters. Speaking to BBC News, the Tory MP said, "She's always said a no-deal is better than a bad deal. She's presenting a bad deal, so the logic is we should have a no-deal. That's what the Act of Parliament says. If there's no agreement, we come out on the 29th of March with a WTO agreement, and I think, looking at the parliamentary arithmetic, that's what's going to happen." Mr Bone continued, "They certainly want it done, but this isn't delivering the Brexit they voted for. I think 63 to 64% of my constituency voted to leave on a proper Brexit. What has been proposed is not what people voted for." Brexit News, Mr Bone insisted Britain should have a no-deal rather than a bad divorce. Image, Parliament TV BBC News, "She's presenting a bad deal, so the logic is we should have a no-deal." Peter Bone, the Prime Minister, has already infuriated Brexiteers with the proposed deal in allowing customs union membership to become the basis of the future relationship with Brussels, which could see the UK permanently locked to the bloc. The Irish border has been the sticking point in the Brexit talks between the UK and the EU, but they appear to have finally devised a working solution for the backstop, aimed at preventing a hard border on the Irish Isle. But in an attempt to please the DEP and Brexiteer MPs, the Prime Minister may have signed up to the possibility of a permanent customs union with the EU, unless a better deal is reached by the end of the transition period in December 2020. Mr Bone added, "She could have had a comprehensive free trade agreement like the one the EU's done with Canada, and she had all sort before Chequers. 95% of Conservatives behind her. Chequers changed it all. And I don't understand that decision, but that happened." Last-minute talks between the UK and EU seemed to have made headway in agreeing to a draft document for exiting the EU. Many have slammed the New Deal as Brino, Brexit in name only, blasting the deal as a sellout to the EU. Both the UK and EU want to schedule a summit of European leaders at the end of November to sign off the withdrawal deal. European Research Group urge leader Jacob Rees-Mogg has today slammed Theresa May's deal with the EU as a betrayal. The leading Brexiteer politician pledged to vote against the deal, before bluntly adding, "I hope the cabinet will block it and I hope Parliament will block it."